Up escape the scorching heat of the Arizona desert by climbing up into the Sky Island mountains. Up here there's plenty of water, and finding it is no longer your main challenge.
Being up this high though, it's a whole new series of challenges, but also opportunities. The opportunities for food, water and shelter.
As you climb, the terrain can change dramatically. In a matter of hours, you can pass through 6 different environments, from the blistering desert to subalpine forest. When night falls, the temperature will plummet, but a fire and some food will always help you through the night.
One way of starting a fire, if you haven't got a fire steel or matches, is just to improvise a fire piston. And you can do that just with 2 bits of tubes. I've taken this off that ultralight. They fit nicely together, which create an airtight seal. And the principle works on compressed air, creating heat in the same way when you put your finger over a bicycle pump, it comes away really hot. Get a bit of charcoal, force that into the end, and that's the bit that's gonna take the ember.
With the other end of the tube sealed, the fire piston is now ready.
And you need to give this a good whack, really generate that compressed air and heat. Pull it out and you'll have an ember. Try that once more. Grab a bit of tinder. Give it a blow. You can see that glowing now.
The fire piston technique was developed in the jungles of Southeast Asia, where they use pieces of bamboo or hollowed out bone.
And gently try and nurture it into life. Okay. Whoa. Wow, once that goes, it goes. It's almost impossible not to smile when you get a fire going like that. Especially as when you're getting higher, it's getting colder, and fire is really going to matter. That's such a good feeling.
With a fire stoked, finding food is the next priority. With jaguar and mountain lions in these forests are not the only animal out hunting.
Hello, who go under here?
Mountain lions often leave part of their kill hidden. This is a peccary, a local species of wild pig.
That's all that is left of that. There's still meat on that to eat. Let's take that back to the fire.
But this region is also home to other predators, apart from just big cats.
There's the bear poo. You're gonna get black bears in these woods. And you see all the acorns that it's been feeding off. See all of that? Thing is, black bears aren't only herbivores, they're also opportunistic. If they smell meat, they'll take it. And this does kind of compromise this as a campsite. If I'm going to be cooking and eating this, it means it's going to be a bad place to camp as well. Do you know what? Let's just get to the fire, have something to eat, and we'll make a plan from there. I'm just actually going to put this straight on the fire like this. Burn all the hair off, cut the meat and the skin. Yeah, there's a lot of meat on that still. That means at least I've got food this evening.
Cooking this helps your body to digest and absorb its nutrients. It also provides warmth and raises morale.
Getting a bit charred on the outside, but on the inside, This is going to be nicely cooked. Actually, a bit of the shoulder meat's well cooked, that's all right. But it's warm and it's nutritious.
Filling my reserve parachute with grasses and pine needles will protect me from the worst of the coming night's cold.
Like make a giant sausage of it.
If you're on the ground, it's more important to insulate yourself from below than above, as the earth will suck warmth from you faster than the air. But where I'm going, that won't be a problem.
Okay, let's go.
When you're asleep, you're at your most vulnerable to bears and mountain lions that roam here.
Look, this is gonna work.
But being completely out of their reach means you can sleep relatively safely.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to fall out of it, but it's gonna be good, and I've got somewhere nice to suspend it from as well.
I'm using the remains of the parachute to make what's known as a hanging bivouac. Climbers often use these when they're halfway up a mountain.
Climb down into this. Okay. Well, snug. Oh man, what a view. Look at that. Whew. I would challenge any mountain lion or bear to get me in this thing. It's funny if you forget for a second that you're 50 feet suspended up a sheer rock face. It's actually quite nice and cozy in here. Pine needles are nice, and I can get really well wrapped up in this stuff. But then, you know, hanging bivouacs do also kind of mess with your mind. About 5 minutes ago, I had some pebbles fall down, land on the top of it. I kept thinking, is that my anchor point's giving way? And then you kind of realise, look, you just gotta kind of not worry about that, and realise it's a mental game and that you need sleep and you've got to rest, and just kind of put all that aside and try and sleep. And also remember, if you need a pee, you can't go wandering outside. You're in a little thing hanging up a very high rock face. And once you're over there,